Stay black in America. Don't leave, don't go anywhere. Greatest country in the world for a black man or a black woman. I'm going to talk about a place called Black Eden. Black Eden came into existence because of segregation. It was a place in Michigan, northwestern lower part of Michigan, where a group of white people bought a bunch of land, 1,300 acres, and decided to put resorts, vacation places for black people to go. They realized the discrimination and the dangers of discrimination in America during that particular time. So they wanted to create an avenue in which they could make money as business people to cover the gap of those rising middle-income black folks who were making good money. They derived a plan whereby they could make that money by letting black people do anything they want to do, buy property, open up businesses, and so forth. So they were white visionaries. You know, they knew these black people had the abilities and talent. We know that after 1864, the 12 years of Reconstruction, the black people rose to be in a political thing crushed, man, and created universities and colleges and were political leaders and everything. You know, then when the Union Army stopped protecting them after that 12 years, then the Klan came through there, other racist organizations came through there, hanging, lynching, killing people, threatening people, locking people up, all kind of stuff like that. Kind of slow black people back, slow your momentum. It's always kind of been like that in America. Black Americans over here have always been a successful group of people. And so all kind of things were implemented to slow their success down. So check this out now. This Black Eden started in 1912. It was in its heights in the 1950s. It was in its heights, man. It was almost like what the Apollo is in New York City. They had all kinds of shows going there. They had clubs there. They had somewhere in the neighborhood of 300 black businesses in this place called Black Eden, which is in Idlewild, Michigan, right? The lower northwestern side of Michigan. So you had grocery stores, movies, you had post office, you had everything there. And people enjoying themselves, stores and shopping, and black people coming and spending money. And spending money for a long time, for a period of almost 58 years, man, of just booming until the end of segregation, when civil rights came into existence, and blacks wanted the same kind of rights as whites wanted to be able to do what they wanted to do, go not be discriminated in restaurants and stores and such of that nature. So when that happened, when that busted through, it did the same thing to these black businesses that they did when they integrated baseball. We had black baseball leagues. You had a group of tremendously talented black athletes who were performing and having fans from all walks of life, man, black, white, whatever, wanted to see the greatest athletes in the world perform. The same way when you had this Black Eden here, you had a bunch of financially successful black folks who wanted to go somewhere on their own where they can enjoy, themselves and not have racism or somebody worrying about these black people riding around in nice cars and got nice clothes and getting education. Where a lot of white folks who stayed behind the curve didn't take advantage of the greatness of America, and didn't do nothing. But they tend to get jealous of somebody else who does do something. But what my whole thing about this Black Eden and about coming on YouTube and talking about is that this particular model, right? Let's make it a model. This model goes on all the time. Say when Koreans come to America, or say when Chinese come to America, or when people from India come to America, or Africans come to America, or Central Americans, or South Americans come to America, Mexicans, same kind of thing. They get a small town where they are in America. They put their businesses there. They have their infrastructure there. They strive amongst themselves. They got the American dollar, so you can readily get products. You can invest, get things in your place, but you're catering to your people. And your people, the money circulating in that community, you're hiring your own people, so you tend to flourish in the great America. And the thing I think is so detrimental about black folks is that coming from slavery, to being like, doing way better than somebody white, I think was just a horrible thing for white people to deal with. So they wanted to find so many ways in which they could, control black folks and stop their success, which I think is sad, because think of all the inventions and the innovations that could have came about by this group of black former slaves who were so talented in so many ways, who could do so many things. Because on the plantation, it wasn't just everybody picking cotton, picking tobacco, doing the thing. You had a master crafters who could carve anything out of wood, making that wood builders, all kind of people, black people, instrument playing, all kind of things where black people excelled, who were extraordinarily good at. That sometimes the owner would he would make money sending to other plantations and working for other people doing different kind of skilled labor. So we had a tremendous amount of thing, and although civil rights was extraordinary, Martin Luther King Jr. and all the civil rights warriors and things they were fighting and trying to achieve for America, what a black America forgot was that you don't need to be vindicated by white people or anybody else. You could have stayed in your own communities. You could have kept black eating going. But when the doors open up to go someplace else, I guess you figure, well, maybe the grass is greener on the other side. Let me run over there and go over there and see what they have to offer, because the door's open now. So I don't want to limit myself. I want to enjoy everything I can possibly enjoy myself. But other ethnics, per se, in the United States, they know that it's strength in dealing with their own numbers and catering to their own numbers. Like you have Korean parts of California where their money is right there. They're spending on the massage things, their shows, their restaurants, they're spending right there. Their population is growing. They're doing what they're supposed to do. They're living the American dream, and they realize that it's stronger right there together. But black people always tend to, crime on one another higher, 7 times higher than any other ethnic. The marriage rate has gone down tremendously. Women raising kids by themselves up tremendously, and we can't all blame it on just black people not doing what they're supposed to be doing or something wrong. It's a systematic war and struggle. I mean, the 60s were a time when even the CIA and the FBI, they were all trying to destroy black leaders, the Black Panthers, all the civil rights people getting killed, people not coming up for who murdered somebody. I mean, all kind of things going on like that, man, to slow you down, to stop you, and so the process came all the way, I guess, in the late 70s when I was graduating from high school. They got rid of all the trade schools, here in the District of Columbia. You had Chamberlain, you had Phelps, you had a Western, you had a bunch of schools that would train people how to be carpenters or electricians, or plumbers, or brick masons, or cement, all types of things, pipe fitters. You could go out and readily make some money. Use your hands to make some money. You wouldn't necessarily have to need money for college or go to college. You can start earning money right away. When they eliminate a lot of these programs from schools, the skill wasn't really passed down to nobody. A lot of these guys who learned the skill, maybe like handyman, maybe 2 or 3 men going out do a job. They didn't think to hire a company, maybe 20 people, 30 people, and then train people so they could keep going on. They tend to just make that money themselves and move on. So when these individuals died, a lot of times the trade and everything they learned just died along with them. Nobody else came along and took it over. And so when you do the process of hiring black women and not hiring black men, then you tend to hypergamy. You change the hypergamy when you have women earning more than men, and you have welfare where you didn't need a man in the household. A woman could do it herself because the government was giving her money. And you put in a situation where you push the man out of his natural place, and you put a woman in an unnatural position. An unnatural position, then she figures, I don't need you. I can do what I want to do. I don't need to be disciplined or self-control or worry about a husband. I'll do my thing. And total disaster, a total recipe of disaster. But like I said, the government had a big hand in making that thing happen. They can come about. So if you systematically, figure a way how to destroy a segment of society, or ethnic, you go ahead and do it. I mean, you get some smart people in America. I mean, they can kind of get anything they want to get done here. So, if that's your plan to, those people funding the the Panthers, they were funding civil rights growth. You know, they came with the boycotts, they came with all these kind of things where they made it so, you know, when the money hit the fan, well, let's let a black guy drive the bus. You don't have to sit in the back of the bus no more. Oh, you can go to restaurants and eat and so forth and do what you want to do. That kind of thing. Racism still exists. It still exists to the day. But you destroy infrastructures. You know, you have like Black Eden is just one. It's probably just one. It's probably way more than that. But you know, Black Eden is like one of the places that would show you where they were truly successful for a long time. And segregation was built by segregation and destroyed by civil rights. So all the good and wonderful things that came from civil rights, a lot of negative things that happened that we don't really talk about a lot because they were negative because we didn't learn for those things that even though civil rights came into existence, keep your businesses going, keep catering to your places where you were going to at first, where you felt safe, you know. But we as a people always want that pat on the shoulder, pat on the head. You're always looking to go someplace else, and oh look, I'm so and so now. I wasn't here before, and you forget about where you came from. Then when you came from and the things you enjoyed disappear, then a part of your legacy, a part of your history disappears along with it. And then again, as I say, racism still exists as it exists. So you're going into businesses, restaurants, and stores which are owned by non-black folks, maybe other ethnics. Maybe they might not want you there. Maybe they don't feel they need your dollar. So then you're stuck in a situation where some black people are like, I demand to be waited on in this restaurant. Me personally, if you don't want to wait on me, thank you, I'm gone. Because I know restaurants can be some of the dirtiest places in the world. People dropping food, people sick working around food, people spitting on food, all kind of stuff. So you don't want me there. I'm more than glad. Thank you very much for letting me know you're meeting. I'm not going to beg to be fed there. You know, same what happened when all these fast foods came into existence, with all these little country little stores that black people would have catered to and went to. You know, basically white-owned stores would go to the back of the door treating you roughly and rudely when these other like McDonald's and Burger King and Wendy's and Roy Rod and all these places open up. They just went on those places because they liked the quality of food being served. And then the same patrons, the white people who were patrons to these little small white corner stores, stopped going there and they went out of business, went by the wayside, and then these other places took over. So hate and discrimination and those kind of things hold back production, hold back things flourishing. So I would say from if you look at Black Eden and you look at the town they had there, and the 1,300 acres and those 300 some businesses and those shows that were going in, was a wonderful vacation place for black people. Those kind of things you keep going on. But like I say, the masses decide, well, hey, we're not going to go anymore. Like baseball, well, we don't need to go to the baseball league anymore because of all the stars in the major leagues now, and they're letting us buy tickets and go there. So we won't support that over there anymore. And that's where it goes, man. You have to have a commitment to your own people, a commitment for success, a commitment for growing. That's the way you do it. So we've been in business as a family since '67. It's 2023. It's at 55 years. A long time. Second generation, me, myself, and hopefully my son takes over and he'll be third generation. So, we're an example of that here, and we cater to everybody. And, we'll basically carry what everybody needs. What you want, we'll carry. We're not going to have anything around for show. We're going to sell. We're going to put stuff in the counter that's going to sell. We're going to put stuff on the shelves that's going to sell. We're not about impressing somebody with the inventory we have. We want an inventory to buy and sell. So this has been my take on Black Eden and the type of things people enjoyed there and how they came to the demise because of more or less civil rights, where people were able to move about and do other things. So I think other ethnics that came here, don't forget that. They might go and venture and get little things someplace else, but they always come back to their community. They're a nested community, and they cater and do things there because they understand the importance of building up that and for their children to see this guy owns a jewelry store, this guy owns a supermarket, this guy owns a dealership, this guy owns a supermarket, this guy owns a little small store, this guy owns a restaurant. They see their own community, and it gives them self-pride and want to achieve the same things in life. So lesson to be learned. So stay black in America. Don't leave. Don't go anywhere. Greatest country in the world for a black man or a black woman, and you can make all your dreams come true. Till next time, like, share, and subscribe. Bye.